you. Welcome back to the SBP Podcast Mobile Filmmaking. I'm your host, Susie Botello, and you're listening to episode 147. She is 10 years old. She made a movie, a 2.5-minute movie. It's called the Sister Sister Jinx. She's already won an award for her film. And she is one of our guests, accompanied by her father in this episode of our podcast. Her name is Sophia McDonald, and Ryan McDonald is here with her. He is the filmmaker of a feature film that was shot with an iPhone that was part of our film festival back in 2020. He was also here last year in 2022 with Brandie McDonald sharing mobile filmmaking presentation. And it's just this episode of our podcast is really unique. It's fun, and I hope that you are inspired by the story that Sophia shares with her dad about making a movie together. It's a really cool, fun little episode. It's shorter than we usually make our episodes. I mean, we do a lot of in-depth episodes, and I think we did do some in-depth in this episode. However, it is with a 10-year-old, and she is magnificent. She's also a great actor, and she wrote the film, she directed it, and she starred in it along with her sister Alyssa McDonald. And so let's go. Let's talk to them now, because I think you're gonna love this one. So we've got Sophia McDonald, who is 10 years old, and Ryan McDonald, but we're going to leave his age out of this. What, you think that's fair enough, Sophia?
Yes.
Ryan McDonald has been a guest in our podcast several times already, along with Brandie. And they've been here because Ryan shot a feature film with an iPhone a while back. It seems like a long time ago, but I think it was like 2018, 2019 when you shot it, but it was going to be in our film festival. You were going to come out in person here in 2020, but then it was just a virtual film festival, but you still will part of the film festival. It was 2020, right?
Yeah. It was a shot in 2018.
Yeah.
We completed it in 2019, the fall, which is when we were doing the submissions, got accepted, and then the 2020.
And then that whole 2020 thing happened that everyone knows about. So that kind of blew it. But you were here in San Diego for the 2022 actually edition of the film festival, because you and Brandie taught a workshop mobile filmmaking, and you did a really cool presentation. It was a lot of fun, and it was great meeting you guys in person. Mm-hmm. And it was too bad that Sophia couldn't come with you, but we are really excited, Ryan, because Sophia, at 10 years old, shot a feature film. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's 2 minutes and 26 seconds long, and it's a short film. And I'd like to ask you something, Ryan. I know that Sophia wrote and directed and starred in this film.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and Sophia edited the film together?
Yes.
And so how did this all come together in the first place, Ryan?
Well, kind of like as the years have kind of gone by now, my feature film there's a lot of language in it. So I shot it around the weekends where when Sophie and I would be together and when we wouldn't. So she wasn't there for that one, but she's come on set a few times for other short films that we've put together. And my last short film, which was the Ancient Evil Moon's Blood, was a horror Wolfman
That's
kind of
cool.
attack movie.
Yeah.
But she was there for that. And I don't know, I think it's kind of cool when kids can see the behind the scenes of how you're doing stuff, especially if it is gory, but it kind of like demystifies the gore and other movies. And so that was just this last fall. So then Christmas came around and I was asking her what she wanted for Christmas. She said that she wanted a filmmaking kit. And being a filmmaker myself, when you hear your child say that they want the kit of the thing that's like you're most passionate about, right? It really kind of touched my heart. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get you a filmmaking kit. And so I was able to find, they don't sell them as filmmaking kits these days. They sell them as influencer kits. Comes with a slate and a tripod, and something that can hold your mobile phone along with the tripod, so a mount. Nice. And it comes with a light and also a green screen background as well. So she got that for Christmas, and then a couple months go by, and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, we really need to bust this out. Like she has this present here, but we're not like using it. And I kind of feel as being her parent, it's also part of it's on me. If you want your kids to play catch, you kind of have to sometimes instigate it. So I was just like, well, so I had this idea from short film, which really came from something that happened between her and her sister.
So it's based on a true story.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a time, it was actually the other way around. There was a time where Alyssa, who's the other sister in the movie, this is quite a few years ago, but like Alyssa was like 1 or 2, that kind of like stumbling walking stage. And she, every time Sophia would build like a Lego tower, like as soon as she had it built, Alyssa would just come by and just like knock it over. And then Sophia would build it, and then 10 seconds later, like Alyssa would just knock it over, and they were going back and forth, and Sophia would just keep yelling at her not to do it. And it's kind of funny, in one way it was funny because Alyssa was doing it, but just knocking over her tower. So I said, so what if we did that? But let's switch it up, and we'll have it be like where it's Alyssa's tower, and then and oftentimes even Alyssa, you'll go to ask to like borrow her like phone, and that's kind of like she's kind of an angry soul, as cute as she is. And so I pitched this idea, well, what if we did it like this? And then Sophie and I were looking at some different movies. We were looking at different inspirations that we could pull from through like Sam Raimi stuff, like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man 2. And we looked at some clips from Army of Darkness.
Wow.
And so I pitched, and The Evil Dead. She's pointing at The Evil Dead right now.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So we just looked at some clips of those ones. But, luckily enough, Sam Raimi's also put together a few Marvel films with that also have a very Sam Raimi style to them. So we were kind of... So
you guys were researching together on the story, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like on the... Like, how would we do this? Because I'm going like, okay, well, I think this is what we should do. Yeah. And this is what it looks like when we do it. And so ultimately it's her say. And so she's like, yeah, we should, so we talked about how different effect shots are done with like using a leaf blower and,
nice.
And so we looked at different like horror element scenes that Sam Raimi's put together in his Marvel films. And so.
Any fishing lines involved?
Fishing lines. I don't think we used any fishing lines, did we?
Oh, okay. Because those are like invisible. You could pull them.
No, we didn't use fishing lines.
But then, so then that Friday night, so I pitched the story, but Sophie wrote the script by hand. And that was also a teaching moment, kind of showing her like the format that she could do, that she should write it in. And then the next day we just started kind of putting it together. We just, without putting like a shot list or any kind of storyboarding, we just started from the top and like, okay, so what's next? What do we got to shoot next? Okay. And there's times where Alyssa is running the camera. There's times where Sophia's running the camera. And then shots where there's like the two of them, I'm running the camera. And
so Sophia, I have a question. So you had to write a screenplay, right?
Yes, I did.
So did you have, you know what a rough draft is? A rough draft?
Yeah.
So did you have several of those?
No.
No? Did you use a pen or a pencil?
Pencil.
A pencil. So if you made a mistake or something, you could just erase it, huh?
Yeah, I used a pencil because of that.
Yeah. Smart you are. And then whose phone was that? I know it's a iPhone 11 that you used. Was that your phone or your dad's phone?
We used my dad's phone.
Oh, okay. Do you have your own phone?
Yes, I have my own phone, but we didn't have enough room on it, so we shot it on his.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure you didn't have enough room because you were filling up your phone, probably practicing video shooting on the side, right?
Yeah.
So the phone that Sophia has actually is the phone that we use to shoot Married and Loving It.
Get out.
Which is my feature phone.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Sophia, that was very kind of you. Did you get credit for that?
No, I don't think so.
What? You're going to have to re-edit that, Ryan. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then Sophia, when you and your dad were going over the shots, right? So once you had the screenplay finished, did you have what is called a shot list? That's like a list of all the shots to make sure that you don't miss any of them? No, huh?
she's debating, but there was like I said, we kind of started from the top and just went like, okay, so what's next? And then because I wanted to kind of get through it, I just wanted to do it in that one weekend, and then I didn't want to like belabor the part of, drawing out showing her how to draw out every piece, and that I just thought it'd be quicker if we just like, okay, so what's next? Okay, so should we do this shot? Here's how we should shoot it. Should we put it here? And then, like I said, there's plenty of other times where they're the ones who are using the cameras and setting it up, and so we kind of doing that now. A lot of it piggybacks just off of, it does help that her dad's been doing this for quite a while, so I can help go like,
I don't know, Ryan.
This is the next, this is the next action piece that will happen. You'll want to do this and that, and so. But ultimately, she's young and cut.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know. And Sophia, I have to tell you, you want to know what my favorite shot was?
What was your favorite shot?
Okay, so when you approach the tower, it was like Jenga or something, right?
Yeah, it was Jenga blocks.
So when you approach that and you gave your sister the eye, the mischievous eye. That was classic. Yeah, that was really, really, really good. Do you agree with me, Ryan? I mean, that was
it was good. Yeah,
that was like an Academy Award winning shot. Best actress right there.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, definitely mine for sure.
Sophie, do you remember how we shot the shot where your finger finally touches it?
Yeah, so we tried to put my finger on the Jenga blocks a few times, but then we realized it wasn't working. So then we had my finger first on the Jenga blocks, and we recorded it going back a few times.
Oh.
So it's a reverse shot, is what she's trying to say. Like, so the close up of the camera going towards her finger is actually, in reality, the camera going away from her finger.
Ah.
We did a reverse shot. So, yeah.
Did you have any bloopers? Like, oops, I actually accidentally knocked the whole thing and you had to rebuild it again or anything like that happen?
Okay, so we didn't. So there was one time. So we were like eating lunch, and I went to go get up and I was gonna put my ramen bowl in the sink. And then suddenly my foot touches the tower, and the tower knocks all the way down. Luckily, we had taken a picture of it, So all we need to do is pull up the picture and rebuild it.
For continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looked the same, so nobody knows that happened. Unless they're listening to us right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been around these kids long enough to know that once we built that tower, it was best to take a picture because I don't know how long it's going to last before we get to the part where we
But come on, right? We do that on our films too, you know. It's why we have a script supervisor and they take care of continuity. I remember as a script supervisor, I took hundreds of photos for every little thing and jotted everything down. Sophia, what was this experience like between you and your dad? Do you think that it helped, bring you to have more fun with your dad in a special way by creating this together?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was usually my sister doing the camera, and so we would just like be there like watching, and we would help each other with like different parts or how we say things, and it was like a special like bond we had.
Oh, that's so sweet. Do you remember if this experience helped you bond also with your sister?
It wasn't as we didn't bond as much.
I totally get it.
About the part where she was too scared to film.
Oh yeah. So when we were doing the blinking lights, we would turn off the light. We would turn off the lights and we would turn the special light on.
The strobe.
Yeah, the strobe. And then she's like, "Daddy!" She wouldn't let us do it. She would be like, "Stop!" She wouldn't let us do it. And so then it took a while for her. Well, it took a while for us to convince her that she could. We had to have her close her eyes, wave her arms around while we played It's Raining Tacos. We were doing that the whole time.
Raining tacos. I love it. Did you know I love tacos? That's why I think that's funny.
I did not know you love tacos.
Oh my God. I
love tacos.
Oh, I am the taco queen. Ask your dad. So you had so how old is your sister, by the way?
She is 7, but she will be turning 8 very soon.
And you're 10, and you're going to be turning 11 very soon too, right?
Next February.
Oh my gosh. That is a hard one to pronounce. February. Isn't it? So.
Not too hard.
It's hard for me for some reason. It's kind of, I think probably what happened with your sister was, have you ever brought your sister to a haunted house?
Yeah.
She probably was thinking about a haunted house.
Right? Yeah.
So, okay, now, so how did you record the audio? How did you do that, Sophia?
Well,
so we recorded all the audio using the iPhone. So like everything you hear is that's just native camera. This is native from the phone. Except for the voiceover part that I did, I recorded that using, I think, the Tascam. If I recall, but it was just because actually I think I used my phone on that one. I just set the phone to the side and then I watched the final edit and then just did the voiceover.
Yeah.
And there was also a line we shot it way too low on the camera on the phone.
Yeah.
And so it's like where Alyssa's like screaming, like, "Don't touch it." Oh. So we had to have her come back into I say come back as if she had to talk to our agent or something like that. But I just had her come down to the office and record just that one line where she's screaming really loud.
Oh, touch.
It was like recorded too low. I think everything, all the audio we did through the phone.
And then the editing, you guys did that together. What did you use for editing?
I'm not really sure, but Dad knows.
Well, I mean, again, she lucks out because she has Dad who has Final Cut. So.
Oh, I was hoping you would say like you just used iMovie because.
Just iMovie,
Because that way, that way she could start editing her, her next film. Sophia, I want you to make a new movie and submit it to our film festival. Do you think that's something you can do?
Yeah, I want to make a new one.
Yeah, because I think if you make a new one, we have a new category. It's called the rookie category, and we have a lot of fun with the rookies. We treat them pretty well at our film festival. They have a lot of fun. Our film festival is a lot of fun. Have you seen pictures of your mom and dad at our film festival last year?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't remember that.
with Dude Vader and the cosplay people on the red carpet. I think you and your sister would love that. Yeah? What do you think, Ryan?
She's watching me as I pull it all up. But
he's pulling up this stuff.
No, definitely. So, I mean, kind of back to the editing part. I mean, I did. She's put together a couple things using her phone when it comes to editing. But I had decided I have Final Cut. So she sat with me on the edit and we would go through, like the difference of what one frame on either side of that cut would look like.
Yeah.
And then we would look at the takes and she would dictate which take was used. And so any take that had the cat in the background, that was...
Yes. I wanted the cat in the back.
Leo the cat.
My dad, so once there was the cat jumped in front of me before I came and sat on the couch. So my dad's like, I like this. I kind of like this one better. I think this one might be better and stuff. And I'm like, no, I want the cat. I want the one with the cat.
Well, you're the boss.
Mm-hmm.
and you won an award with this film too, right?
Yeah.
So, that means that you were right. The one with the cat was the right one.
I made the right decision. We have 2 scenes with the cat in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. Did you have to pay the cat to be in your movie? No,
we did not have to pay Leo the cat.
Oh, okay, that's good. Did you have to pay your sister?
No, we did not have to pay her.
Oh, that's good. I think the kitchen scene was also really cool. Came out really well.
Thank you.
Now, who shot that?
Alyssa shot that.
Really?
So, Alyssa shot that. Dad helped her set up the
tripod and
tripod. Yeah. Dad helped her set up that.
The 2 shot with you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa did that.
Yeah, Alyssa helped with that, and then she also helped with the part where it was just Dad.
Wow.
There's a part where it's a close up of Sophia's feet being dragged across the ground.
Yeah.
So
hard.
how I do that is I have to reach over the frame in a sense, pick up Sophia and then drag her towards me. And so Alyssa put together that shot as well.
Wow.
So they know by then. So we were using Filmic Pro as well, and so by the end they know how to work it. At least as far as getting the camera rolling and saying speeding and cut and striking and
those are very in action. Yes, and cut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are very important things to learn. I mean, that's really all you need to know, huh?
Cut, action. Good.
Well, like I said, she's been on a few of the other sets with me before, so she's ran slate for me, on my last short film, and we recently just shot another kind of a parody film with a friend of ours who does Senator Palpatine
DJ?
cosplay.
Wow.
and his name's BJ Wimpy. You can find him on YouTube at BJ Wimpy.
Yeah.
So we did like a Jack Black Peaches parody, only it's like Luke Skywalker as the song, and so had all the kids help us on that one, but Sophie was there.
Asleep.
Yeah.
So Sophia, you really like this, right? Making a movie.
Yeah, I love making movies.
That is so cool. What was your favorite? What out of everything that you did, from writing the screenplay to doing the shots and taking care of that to editing, not winning, obviously you enjoyed that, right? But what would you say would be your most favorite thing to do as far as the filmmaking part goes?
I like to act.
I thought so. Because my next question was going to be, has she acted on any of your films before?
We put together. It wasn't me who put it together. I was part of a 48-hour film in 2019 that, or actually we're the same team and I are going to be doing a 48-hour film this weekend. There's the Salt Lake 48-hour film competition is coming up.
Yeah.
So this Saturday I'll be meeting up with Lucas Hardy, who had edited Married and Loving It, and then Nick Smith, who's a director that I've worked with on a couple of the shorts, but he also helped me out on Married and Loving It as well. And so we had put together a 48-hour film a couple years ago that I had acted in, and I brought Sophia and then my other daughter Harper with me. And there was a small moment where they were able to, they had like an on-camera acting moment. Oh. So it's probably like her first taste of that.
It took me a few tries. We had different lines. I think I said, duh, and at the end. But at first I was like, what was the lines?
The lines was action, adventure, and then duh. But as you know how it is, when you turn the camera on to somebody, also they like, they and even though they might have like that one line that's kind of like, what's line? It's like I used to say it's duh. It's like, but so other than that, I mean, besides what she does around the house and the school that she goes to, they had a focus this year with the class put together an opera. So everybody had to write a piece of that, some of the songs, as well as act in that. It seemed like she enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're
very, very fun.
I think your acting skills are very attractive. You know, I would totally cast you. Again, my favorite part is that look that you give. Now, did your dad direct you on that, or was that just you?
He said, look at your sister meanly. That's what I did. I gave her a death stare.
You did so well. And I really mean that. I'm not kidding, okay? I'm not like trying to score points. I really truly mean that. I think you should I think in middle school or something like that, when they have drama classes, you might want to go and just explore it. You might really enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even, you know, maybe as much as making movies with your phone. Which again, I think that making movies with your phone, I mean, look, if you make a movie, submit it to our film festival for next year, we won't separate you into a little kids area. You know, you get to be with the grown-up filmmakers. I'm just letting you know. You know, you're just an actual filmmaker. You're in the big leagues, as they say.
Yeah.
You're cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Nice. All right. I like your daughter a lot, Ryan. So, and Ryan, from your perspective, did you feel the bonding of this experience as well?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think probably because in the past it's just been something that I went and did on my own and kind of left them out of it a little bit because maybe they're young and it can be hard having kids on set when you're doing things right. And so, kind of hitting that age where it's easier to just especially when their interest level is in it. And so, yeah, it was a really fun weekend. It especially because we're kind of I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
And then, but also with my daughters, who of course I love, and so, and it was just us. I mean, there was one part Brandie was doing
I heard that.
yeah, she's the voiceover of the mom, but other than that, which we also recorded that separately with our phone. But I mean, other than that, there's a lot of times it was just the three of us working on it.
Yeah,
so
it was mostly us. We would have had all 4 kids in the film, but the other 2, they were in Disneyland.
Oh, but you had more fun than Disneyland. I mean, come on, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to remember this for the rest of your life? Like you're just never going to forget it?
Yeah. I'm never going to forget it.
And I think one thing that'll help you never forget it will be that you'll always have this film to look back. And as you grow up, right? Like you're going to be a teenager, like tomorrow? You're going to be a teenager very soon, and you're going to look back on this and you're going to go, my gosh, I was 10 years old when I did this. And I think that's going to be something, like looking at baby pictures or something, right?
Yeah.
But you'll remember this way more than, sitting on a couch, wearing a diaper or something. So, that's awesome. I really appreciate you being in this. Are we going to be able to share a link to the film, or is it still doing a festival run? How's that going to work, Ryan?
So we don't have it on our personal, like it's not on the New Ogden Cinema YouTube channel yet, and it's not available through any of our personal YouTubes. There was a festival that the Utah Film Center put on here in Salt Lake, and it was it's called the Tumbleweeds Film Festival, but it's for kids. It was focused around kids, and so even when we went down there and there was interviews that were being happened, those interviews were being conducted by other kids, and they also provided, because again it was Utah Film Festival or Utah Film Center, so there was some grant money and things that were behind it. I mean, it was like the next 2 days were workshops that we were able to attend. There was teaching about like developing ideas, and there was a stop motion animation class that we attended. And then we also got to meet the writer and directing team for Napoleon Dynamite and
Nice.
Nacho Libre.
Wow.
So they have they have a version of the video up on YouTube that's available through their channel.
Okay, so that was the long answer. The short answer is yes, we can post a link on the notes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sophia? Should we share with everyone your movie?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, then we will definitely be doing that. I appreciate you guys being on my show, and I will share it with the world with your permission, Sophia.
You have my permission.
And your permission, Ryan.
Yeah, of course.
And we'll share everything with everyone. And again, I think it's such a great thing to experience. You guys making a movie together. You never know, but in the future for both of you, this is something that you'll always have. You'll have this movie that you and Dad made, Sophia, and it's going to be a very special thing that you guys have for the rest of your life. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very, very, very super welcome. And when you come to San Diego, I'm going to get you a taco. It's going to be on me, my treat, okay?
A taco?
Yes. We have the very best tacos in San Diego. I'm sure you already know.
I want a taco.
You bet. I love your daughter, Ryan, and she loves tacos like I love tacos. So, it's meant to be. I will love to have you in our film festival, and even if you can't be in it, just hopefully you can come down with Mom and Dad and Alyssa, your little beautiful cute little sister, and maybe you can make new videos while you're here too. All right. That's one thing we do on our show. Sophia, this would be really nice of you to do, is we always say we allow our guest, and you're our guest, to say goodbye, listeners. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right, say goodbye to our
listeners.
Wait, start over. Take 2. Okay, hold on. Say goodbye to our listeners. Action.
Goodbye to our listeners.
All right. You did all right. You did all right. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us. Appreciate that.